The ongoing drama between Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds and She-Hulk actress Tatiana Maslany has taken a turn so hilariously absurd that Disney is left scrambling to find a solution and failing spectacularly. Watching the once mighty Disney fumble around is like witnessing a master magician who's lost his touch, struggling to pull a rabbit out of a hat that's clearly empty. It's almost comical how desperate and out of touch the studio has become, and their latest attempt to mend fences has only exposed their deep-seated issues. Here's the breakdown. In their seemingly infinite yet misguided wisdom, Disney thinks that the best way to mend the strained relationship between Reynolds and Maslany is to stage a public reconciliation. Yes, you heard that right. The top brass at Disney truly believe that a forced handshake and a couple of awkward photo ops will magically fix the myriad problems facing the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. You can almost imagine Disney CEO Bob Iger sweating in a boardroom, clinging to the hope that this PR stunt will turn things around. It's like slapping a Band-Aid on a bullet wound and expecting it to heal. So what's Disney's grand idea? They floated the notion of giving She-Hulk a smaller role in one of the upcoming Deadpool films. Yes, a smaller role in Deadpool, a franchise known for its biting, irreverent humor that spares no one and nothing. The idea of shoehorning She-Hulk into a Deadpool movie is laughable at best and utterly tone-deaf at worst. It's as if Disney's decision-makers have forgotten what makes Deadpool special: its sharp wit and complete lack of adherence to studio mandates. Tatiana Maslany, however, seems to be all in. She's reportedly pushing harder than ever for her character's return, almost as if She-Hulk is the savior the MCU never knew it needed. Maslany has taken to passionately advocating for her character, insisting that She-Hulk deserves a second shot and emphasizing themes of representation and feminism. But let's be real, She-Hulk was a flop. The series was universally panned for its preachy, heavy-handed writing, unfunny humor, and lackluster CGI. Still, Maslany seems determined, believing that if she makes enough noise, Disney will cave and put her back in the limelight. Meanwhile, Ryan Reynolds is having none of it. He's not buying into Disney's desperate antics and has flat-out refused to participate. Reynolds isn't a Hollywood newcomer. He's been in the game long enough to smell desperation from a mile away, and this situation reeks of it. He knows that the Deadpool franchise's success hinges on its authenticity and biting satire. The last thing he wants is for She-Hulk to waltz in and bring the kind of studio-driven agenda that has plagued other MCU projects. Reynolds understands that Deadpool fans value the franchise's unique, no-holds-barred humor, and he's not willing to compromise that for the sake of appeasing Disney. And you know what? Reynolds has every right to be protective. The MCU has been on a downward spiral, shifting from compelling, well-crafted stories to agenda-driven content that leaves fans rolling their eyes. Remember the debacle that was Captain Marvel? Or the train wreck that was Thor, Love and Thunder? And let's not even get started on She-Hulk, which not only tanked in viewership but also severely damaged Disney Plus's credibility. Yet, Disney still doesn't get it. They're sticking to the very strategies that have alienated longtime fans, doubling down on narratives that simply don't resonate. Ryan Reynolds, in contrast, is safeguarding Deadpool, one of the few remaining bright spots in the MCU. He knows better than to jeopardize the franchise for a character that already failed to connect with audiences. For him, keeping Deadpool untainted by studio interference is a top priority, and he's not willing to sacrifice its quality for anyone, not even if it means butting heads with Disney executives. Adding to this circus is Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige, who has earned a reputation as a flip-flopper, desperately trying to appease all sides. He's made vague, half-hearted promises about She-Hulk's potential in the MCU, but fans aren't buying it. Seriously, Kevin? Fans are not clamoring for more of a character that almost single-handedly torpedoed Disney+. Yet, Feige continues to dangle the idea, trying to keep everyone happy in a scenario where no one truly is. It's a sad, almost pitiable attempt to salvage a sinking ship, and the fans have had enough. Tatiana Maslany's tactics haven't done her any favors either. Her continuous complaints and accusations of sexism are starting to feel like desperate ploys rather than genuine grievances. She's painting herself as a victim, hoping it will win her more sympathy and another shot at fame. But audiences are smarter than that, and most have moved on. Ryan Reynolds, on the other hand, is standing his ground, a beacon of consistency in an industry all too willing to cave to public pressure. It's refreshing to see someone prioritize the fans and the integrity of his work, especially when so much of Hollywood seems willing to bend over backward to appease anyone and everyone. And let's not forget Disney CEO Bob Iger. the once glorified leader of the Disney empire, is now presiding over a crumbling kingdom. Disney's stock is plummeting, and their latest projects are bleeding money faster than She-Hulk hemorrhaged viewers. Iger is desperate, trying to hold it all together with one ill-advised PR move after another. The magic of Disney has been tarnished, and what was once a brand synonymous with excellence and wonder is now a punchline, a case study in how to alienate your core audience. So what's next for Disney? Will they finally listen to the fans who are pleading for a return to genuine, high-quality storytelling? Or will they continue down this misguided path, prioritizing empty, woke messaging over actual substance? Will Tatiana Maslany ever get the hint that people just aren't interested in She-Hulk? And what about Kevin Feige? Will he ever stand firm on a decision, or is he doomed to continue floundering as the MCU loses its luster? One thing's clear: Ryan Reynolds isn't about to let Disney's chaos taint Deadpool. He remains one of the few stars in Hollywood who prioritizes his fans and isn't afraid to call out nonsense when he sees it. He knows that Deadpool is special, a rare, unfiltered gem in a sea of increasingly diluted MCU content. And for fans who crave the original magic of Marvel, Reynolds' stance is a small but significant win. Disney's desperation is palpable, and their attempts to fix their mess are becoming more embarrassing by the day. Trying to force Ryan Reynolds into a PR charade with Tatiana Maslany is a clear sign of just how disconnected they've become. The MCU's golden age is long gone, replaced by a muddled, agenda-driven universe that fans barely recognize. Until Disney gets its act together, they'll continue to alienate their audience and hemorrhage money, no matter how many awkward reconciliations they attempt to stage. Where does this leave us? The fans are disillusioned, Ryan Reynolds is steadfast, Tatiana Maslany is still clamoring for relevance, and Disney is in freefall. Will they ever learn from their mistakes, or are we doomed to watch the slow, painful decline of the MCU? Only time will tell, but for now, at least we know one thing: Ryan Reynolds won't let Deadpool be ruined, and for that, we're grateful.